Let me ask you something. Why is that you know what you need to do, you know it will help you, you know the deadline is getting closer, but you still don't do it? You scroll, you delay, you distract yourself, you say, I'll do it later, and suddenly it's been hours or days. Here's the truth. Procrastination is not laziness, it's not a lack of motivation, it's not you being undisciplined. There's a deeper reason behind it, a reason most people never recognize. Today we're diving into the real psychology behind procrastination, why your brain keeps avoiding the things you want to do, and most importantly, how to break the habit for good. Let's get into it. So procrastination isn't laziness, it's self-protection. Most people think procrastination means you're lazy, but the truth is much deeper. Your brain is wired to avoid pain, not just physical pain, emotional pain too. So when your brain senses something uncomfortable like fear of failure, fear of not being perfect, fear of judgment, overwhelm, uncertainty, it says, nope, let's avoid this. Procrastination is your brain choosing temporary comfort over long-term growth. It's self-protection, not weakness. And when you understand this, the whole game changes. And what is the real root of procrastination? Procrastination has nothing to do with time management, it has everything to do with emotion management. You don't delay the task, you delay the feelings connected to the task. For example, you don't avoid studying, you avoid the fear of failing. You don't avoid working out, you avoid the discomfort of starting. You don't avoid writing, you avoid the pressure of not being good enough. Procrastination is emotional avoidance, not a productivity issue. Once you understand that, you can begin to solve it. Now let's talk about the motivation myth. We wait for motivation, but motivation doesn't show up until after you start. Think about it. Do you feel motivated before going to the gym? No. You feel motivated once you're already moving. Momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. So if you're waiting to feel ready, you'll wait forever. And what is the overwhelm loop? Another huge reason we procrastinate is overwhelm. Your brain sees a big task and thinks, it's too much, I don't know where to start, I'll fail, what if it's not perfect? So the easiest option becomes do it later. Procrastination is your brain trying to escape the pressure. But the more you avoid it, the bigger and scarier the task becomes. It's a loop and you can break it. And always remember, perfectionism is the silent killer. Here's the secret. Perfectionists procrastinate more than anyone else. Why? Because if something can't be perfect, they'd rather not start. But here's the truth. Done imperfectly will always beat perfect intentions. Perfectionism tells you don't start unless you can do it perfectly. Growth says just start even if it's messy. And what's the brain science behind procrastination? Your brain has two systems at play. The limbic system, the emotional, reactive, and seeking comfort system, and the prefrontal cortex, logical, goal-driven, and future-oriented. When you procrastinate, the emotional brain wins. It chooses scrolling, comfort, entertainment, distraction because those things give you instant dopamine. Your prefrontal cortex wants long-term success, but you have to strengthen it through small daily actions. Now let's get practical and talk about how to beat procrastination step by step. 1. Start with something tiny. If a task feels overwhelming, shrink it. 5 minutes, 1 paragraph, 1 page. A small start disrupts the emotional barrier. 2. Use the 2-minute rule. If it takes 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. 3. Remove the friction. Make starting as easy as possible. Lay out clothes, open the book, prepare your workspace. 4. Break tasks into micro steps. Never sit down to write a paper, sit down to write one sentence. 5. Lower the pressure. Do it badly at first. Remove perfection, just begin. And here's a secret. Starting is the hardest part. Scientists call it activation energy. Once you start, the resistance drops automatically. This is why 2 minutes leads to 10 minutes, 10 minutes leads to 30. A tiny action becomes a full session. Action creates clarity, action creates motivation. The moment you start, you've already won. Change your environment, change your behavior. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your environment. If your room is full of distractions, you'll procrastinate. If your phone is nearby, you'll procrastinate. If your workspace is cluttered, you'll procrastinate. Your environment should make your habits easy and your distractions hard. Design your space for focus. And always build a system, not willpower. You don't need more willpower, you need better systems. Try this. Set specific times for tasks, use timers like Pomodoro, batch similar tasks, track progress visually, and reward yourself for completing microtasks. Habits beat motivation every time, and small systems create big results. So, procrastination doesn't mean you're broken, it doesn't mean you're lazy, it doesn't mean you're incapable. It means your brain is protecting you, but from the wrong things. You don't need to wait for motivation. You don't need perfection. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start tiny. Because the moment you begin, the fear shrinks, the pressure fades, and your future opens up. Beat procrastination not by trying harder, but by understanding yourself better. One small action at a time. If this helped, make sure to like, subscribe, and join this community of people becoming better one simple step at a time. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you on the next one.